Hi, this is Kerry from Beautifully Polished, and this is our first makeup tutorial video by popular request. I'm going to teach you today how to do strobing or highlighting. And strobing is emphasizing high planes on the face and high points to give contour and shape to your face without going into a lot of heavy contouring. So what I've done for you already today is I have prepped my skin with Intraceuticals brightening products that help give a natural glow all over my face. And then I applied Jane Iredale's BB cream all over. From there, I'm going to take a cream highlighting product. I'm going to use Complete by Jane Iredale. And I'm going to take that product and tap it just to the high points of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and here. So we're going to start with the highlight in Complete, and we're going to tap it to the high points of the cheek. You kind of want to keep this on top of the cheek, not to the front, because you want it to be where you want the light to hit. And when you put it on the top of the cheek, the light will hit there, and which will naturally draw the eye there, which will sculpt naturally just by shadow underneath. Down the center of my nose. Make sure you get that tip. My chin. And a really great spot to do right here, below your lip. I like to use this cream product first before I put powder on, because it will give non-shimmery light to the areas. Maybe even a little bit more right here, right above the brow. And you can use a brush for this if you want. I like using my fingers with these. Okay. So as you can see, some of that light is already coming into play in those areas. So now I'm going to take Jane Iredale's Powder Foundation. I love this, it's a medium coverage foundation. I like to use it right over the top of the BB cream because it gives a really nice flawless finish but still lets light go through. And I'm just going to buff it very lightly over those areas and all over my face. I tap it where I want the coverage to be a little bit better. For me, that's through the center of my face because I'm a little bit redder. Make sure you're bringing in around those edges and down your neck. Now you can see, while it's not shimmery, you can still have a little bit of light showing through the powder. So next I'm going to take one of my favorite products. Jane Iredale makes these beautiful quads, highlighting quads. And what's fun about these is that you can use them individually as highlighters. You can mix them all together and use them kind of as a bronzy highlighter. You can use them as eyeshadows individually. You can even scrape a little bit of the color off and use them in nail polish and lip glosses. These are just really versatile products. Maybe we'll do some tutorials on those later so you can see how we do that. But these are very cool. So today I'm actually going to use this gold and this pink. I'm also going to use the oval blender brush from Jane Iredale. And I like this brush because it's a little bit stiffer, which provides me with a little bit more concentration of color where I want it, but it's still got that nice oval shape to allow me to curve the color the way I want it to curve, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, right over the top of where I put that cream highlighter, I'm going to tap this gold. And you can already see it starting to kind of brighten up in that area. And then after that, I'm going to buff it. Do the other side here, tap it. I like bringing this up around the temple, especially if this is a technique that you want to try and a little bit older, like me. It works a little bit better because it brings my cheekbone up and around the side, because the eye will naturally go to where light is or color is, and so when you bring that color up around, it's going to naturally give you a little bit of a lift right through there. So buff that in, looks pretty good. So then I'm going to take this pink shade here, and I'm going to run it down my nose with that same brush. Make sure you get the tip of your nose. My chin, that lip, and a little bit above that brow. I'm gonna blend it through the center of your forehead right there. Brings a little bit of pretty light right through there. If you find that for whatever reason you feel like you got a little bit too much or it's a little bit shiny, you can come back in with that buffer brush. This is the handy brush. This is the one I used with the foundation earlier. This is my favorite brush for powders and powder foundation with Jane. And then you could just buff right over the top of it and it'll kind of matte it down just a little bit so that you're not overly shimmery in areas you don't want to be. And for me, I want to have more glow and light and less shimmer through the center of my face than I do here. If you're a little bit drier skin, sometimes that shimmer kind of works to your advantage, but I'm a little bit oilier skin, so for me, I prefer it just to be kind of matted down right in that area. When you are wanting to do strobing or highlighting, it's important that you always work from lighter to darker. So you want to take your highlighting shades first, put them on, then you can do your blush. The blush will blend in with the highlighter a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to blend the color out, and because you already have the shape set in with the highlighter, the blush will start to give you more natural contour because you're going to follow where that highlighter goes. Today I'm going to use In Love from Jane Iredale. And I'm going to start kind of like a little bit of a cinnamon roll right here on the apple of my cheek. Very, very lightly. These products are very, very pigmented because they're straight mineral product. They last about 10-12 hours on your skin. They're beautiful, but you can overdo it pretty quick. So remember, just like with baking, you can always go back and add more, but you can't take away. So, or you can, it would just take you a lot of work. So start real gentle and light, and then add color as you want it. Just a little bit more right there. So I'm gonna do kind of like a cinnamon roll or a tornado, and I'm gonna start small. I'm gonna go wider and wider, and then I'm going to work in almost like a C and bring it up right over the top of that highlighter. So as you can see, without even doing any contouring, I already have definition starting to show in my cheek. Do the other one. Like that. I'm going to go back to that handy brush again, just to kind of buff out those edges. Not dipping it in the powder. I don't want to do that. I don't want to add powder to it and conceal it, but the powder residue that's in there is going to kind of give me a nice buff out. But still leave me highlighted. Now that your cheeks are done, you can go to the last area that you're going to want to highlight, and that's your eyes. You always want to make sure that you're going to give lift to your eye area. That's pretty much universal no matter what age you are. And it's the same concept. You're just going to use a nice reflective light color to highlight points of your eye to make them a little bit brighter and bigger. I have done my full eye already, as you can see, but the one thing I did not do was add highlighter to underneath my brow bone, and I did that on purpose so that you can see the difference in what that's going to look like. So this is what it looks like without. And then I'm going to take Oyster. And any small brush works really well for this. Small, tightly compacted bristle brush. And you're just going to trace right underneath the brow. Highlight that area. See the difference there, how much brighter, and it just kind of gives just a little bit more lift to that brow. This one. Taper that color in. I like to start, when you're using pigments like this that have a little bit of that reflective quality, start them more to the center of your brow or the highest point of your arch, and then taper them down, and then you can taper it down toward the inner corner of your eye, and then that way you're not applying too much product and getting too much reflective product right in here. Sometimes when you get too reflective right in here, it can make you actually look a little puffy right here, especially if you have deep set eyes that like mine, that can tend to happen. So make sure that you're focusing that color right through there, in that upper arch area, and then just feathering it out. Next I'm going to take Allure. This is one of my favorite colors that Jane makes. I hope she's listening and picks up this video somewhere, because if she ever discontinues it, I'm going to cry and fly to New York and bang on her door. It's a beautiful highlighting shade. It's neutral. It looks great on everyone. I'm going to take that color today, and I'm going to tap it right into the corner of my eye. This is a big one that really makes a huge difference. And I'm going to tap it right around that tear duct, and I'm going to pull it right to the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to taper it toward my lid and down underneath. Hopefully you can see the difference there and how much brighter that area looks. It's not a lot, it's not going to look like color, it's just going to look a little bit brighter and more open. Pull it just onto the corner of the eye, right underneath. And there you have it. So those are some basic strobing techniques that you can use for every day. If you like this video, we can do another one where we do something a little bit more dramatic for evening. But this is our first makeup video and we hope you like it. Thanks for watching.